Doo-doo-doo. Here we go, all gathered together, and we just commenced our session of today, and I was pondering the point lately. What a pitch here being something like coherent and impromptu at the same time, and I popped up with some crazy ideas, and later they just dissolved into nothing because I had some errands to do, and they dispersed my intense thoughts, and that way I don't have those deep thoughts for any longer in my brain, and I'm not disappointed because of that, though, because every time I want to make something like impromptu and just being a spur of the moment thing, I can, and it doesn't make any sense for me to keep that ideas in sense of what to say here, as I can easily figure it out. I can easily figure them out myself at any moment I want. And let's say I sat down on this cozy armchair, and I'm making story which has no story inside, and again, it's not like that makes me feel sad, because what's been said again, I wouldn't be reiterating the same stuff again and again. So, and I'm a pretty unique person actually, but not good at all. I'm not good. I like in someone's features of being good may coincide with reality, and that person can seem like a good person, but being good like to the wider audiences might cause some troubles, because the people see that you're being good and you're good in the college, say, and that's when you can get some wrong attitudes from the outside, and it's not the right practice to show people your kindness, and like you are wearing a mask every day, you are going out, you're sitting home yourself, recording something on camera like I'm doing right now, and I'm honest with you, I'm discussing all those subtle matters and under carpet games, and I've never hid. Actually, I've never had something hidden being like stashed from you, or unsaid, or being not truth. I didn't have such points at all, and I don't have still, which I'm proud of, because again, this is like I want to create something maybe astounding, and astounding is a good word, but it doesn't match with my current manner of speech, and maybe some other time I would make something astounding, I promise, but in a good way. And the words that I get aboard, that I memorize, they're all good. I like the sounding. I like their meanings. I like their ambience, and I like their like things that they emit around those words, and how do you feel after you got familiar with them, and your first impression counts. Yeah, what do you feel when you say something new? What do you feel? I don't learn certain words, for example, for their sounding being something that I didn't like, and I still don't, and then I don't learn those words, not because being complicated, I just don't like the way they sound, and that's it. That's enough for me. I can easily displace or replace them with some other words, even that way I might even advance twice higher degree of my vocabulary, and twice higher amount of words that I can memorize. And actually I like multiplying synonyms and antonyms, and very close in meaning adjectives. That's how I like learning, because in English native speakers often say several adjectives in a row describing one object. They'll go to one object and they are all like, for example, like what? Like exhilaration, excitement, exuberance, something like that, and they all mean the same thing, like restraints and constraints, like what? Like this. And they're slightly different in meanings and subtle, like we consider them so deeply, then they have some subtle difference. This is the word I meant to say. I had maybe 7-second delay. My brain is not going so easily, but that happens. Some days might be good, some days are not so good. You're not disappointed, because this is just life and how it works, and you can't be on top all the time. One day you're in good shape, with another day you're in not so good shape, and that stays. Nothing bad. You can just take your time to get maybe some rest, and everything falls into place again, and you're good enough and fresh again, and you're in the best shape ever, and never regret about mispronouncing, making mistakes, or making mistakes is a sign that you're doing all the right way, because otherwise you wouldn't be hitting those mistakes and pronouncing them. Only bold people can do that through all these kind of not so good matters that can somehow get into your story, or get into your life, or get into your mood for the day, or on the holidays, and never feel that like you're being influenced by that too much. That's what I meant to say. And being like what? Being like unabashedly optimistic and effervescent all the time. It all matters for me and for my ideas, but only if they come not by artificial imposing from the outer source. If they are growing by themselves within your brain, your body, then it's good. It's definitely good, because they're natural and naturally grown, and that's the sign that you're doing all the right way again. And doing all the right way again takes time and efforts and strength and persistence. That all takes energy. Have to have enough rest, enough time to do what? To replenish your internal batteries, to recharge them, and to replenish what's been used already. And then you can zoom forward again for whatever time being, even like internal way. If it happens, maybe that happens. We already don't know that yet for sure, because we're only human beings, not more than that. That we can be good. This is a good thing about being simple human. That's what I wanted to say, and I said it. And if so, then you're allowed to give me thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever comes first on your mind, and give it right there on my comment section below, and say there a couple of words, maybe lambasting me, giving me virtual cookies. I'll be eating them with pleasure. Bye. Thank you so much for being with me today, for listening to what I said. Be good. Thank you so very much. Be good.